Welcome to EAC, I'm Nick Bensley. Recently, the Minister in charge of Fair Trading has released the new guidelines in regards to underquoting in the real estate industry. Today we're joined by Geoff Hunter, who's going to be talking with us about these new guidelines and the impact they will have on agents and vendors. Firstly, Geoff, the new guidelines, there were guidelines existing. What are the changes between the new ones and these ones?
Been an interesting time in real estate, Nick. The consumers have certainly been affected by the recent increases there. So the regulators are under a bit of pressure from consumers generally, who were surprised by this market increase, as were many agents, saw fit to rework, revise the current guidelines. There were always guidelines in place, but the new guidelines were being expanded to probably add some clarity both for agents and the consumers as well.
Geoff, what involvement has EAC had in the production of these new guidelines?
Well, clearly when Fair Trading saw the need to revise the guidelines, they sought consultation from the industry bodies, EAC being one of the leaders in that category, and we sat down and we talked through the issues and added our commentary to the existing guidelines so that it was strengthened and added that clarity that I referred to.
And just to be clear, what is the true estimated selling price?
Well, the Property Stock and Business Agents Act and the regulations that support that have always defined that the agent's true estimate is the figures that they quote in their sales inspection report. Now that can be an accurate estimate, a single figure estimate of the value of their estimate of the property, or it can be a price range. And that price range has to be based on clear market evidence, which agents are trained in how to collect that and assimilate.
So then how does Fair Trading define underquoting?
Fair Trading would define the underquoting as numbers quoted by the agent which were in fact less than the estimate contained in the sales inspection report. So if an agent were to quote, say, 600 to 650 as their estimate in the sales inspection report, for an agent to quote less than 600,000 to intending purchasers in any form, either verbally at inspections or in advertisements, that would be considered to be underquoting.
And what advice would you give to agents about properly estimating a price?
There's a clear process for agents to follow for that. It's that they need to have regard to the current market, that's a basic one. They also need to have regard to the conditions that are applying, and such as we've just seen interest rates reduced, that is going to impact on property prices. There's no doubt that there's a shortage of listings, therefore easier finance, cheaper finance will mean pressure on prices again. But so the agent must have regard to all those factors when they estimate the price. But that makes life very difficult for agents because the market is continually changing and they have to be continually revising their estimated prices. So that's the process they have to engage in.
The other issue facing agents here is price guides. What's best practice here?
It's an interesting question because the first thing any buyer wants to know is how much is the property going to sell for, or what will the vendor take, and particularly in relation to auctions. Those two questions may not be known when the time the agent is doing inspections. So the agent has to provide the purchasers or prospective purchasers where they can with market evidence of what recent sales have been. That's certainly best practice. And then have regard to what their estimate has been and make sure that they do not quote an expected figure which is less than the price range they've written in their agency agreement.
How should agents handle their online advertisements?
One of the problems with online advertisements, as you know, is the price expectations are recorded there, and agents often don't take the time to go back and upgrade those when market conditions change, and they are changing quickly. So an agent needs to be diligent in revising what they put online, because unless they do that, there's certainly, if a market that is increasing rapidly, they're going to be underquoting within a short period of time.
Thank you for your time today, Geoff. Remember that a copy of these guidelines can be found on eac.com.au. We advise that you and your agents and property managers be across them, read them thoroughly and understand them. And if you have any questions regarding them, you can always have access to Geoff and the Agency Practice Support Line, which is a free service for all EAC members. EAC.com.au is your portal to all the products and services that EAC provides. Thank you.